My Roommate is a Vampire by Dennis the Menace. Read by Deathlights. Chapter 18. Cool Mares Don't Look at Explosions. Flurries of snow began to fall from the heavens, the sky abysmally gray and gloomy. Yet the snow was white, pure, and clean. A new leaf was turned over, and also began the transition of the seasons from fall to winter. Merry time approached, filled with tidings and joy. A grand galloping gala, and a heartwarming eve. Outside, the world was freezing, chilled to the bone. On the inside, things were getting hot. Beads of sweat rolled down my furry body as I clenched the sheets, tearing into them with my claws. Vanna was panting, working her magic. Oh, final! Yes! Yes! My cries grew louder and louder. Vanna grunted hard at work. Right there! Don't you dare stop! I felt all my troubles melt away, my body falling limp. Best massage I ever had, I breathed. I've got something for you. For me? I gasped, rolling over. It's not even my birthday. She rolled her eyes, darting off into the other room, and coming back with several items in her magical grip. I figured since winter's on its way. Oh, Vinyl, you shouldn't have! I squealed, touched, hugging her. Don't thank me yet. I got the first article of clothing. A hoodie? How wonderful, I said flatly. Just put it on. I reluctantly poked my head through the black cloak, grumbling. Hoodies were so juvenile. Vanna pulled the hood over my head unexpectedly. My mane! I cried. Relax, see? I look like a hoodlum. No, you look like No Pony. That's the point. I pretended to understand. And with these? Ick, not your shades. I wear them for a reason, Octi. They were a pair of aviator shades, large with reflective lenses and subdued frames. They were certainly stylish, if I were a Pegasus. With the entire ensemble complete, I looked like, well, Vinyl Scratch most nights. Look inside the collar. There is a small tab inserted in front of the jacket. I bit down, pulling it up. A mask? Because nothing says subtle like a mask. I mumbled, my words muffled by the thing on my face. They're for emergencies, when you have to bail out. This way, No Pony can see your face. Vanna reasoned, pleased with herself. Or you can wear something else, if you don't like it. I like it, I blurted. I like it a lot, it's very thoughtful of you. Celestia knows how many ponies are after you and I tried over to my closet, pulling out my favorite black woolen pea coat and purple scarf. I completed the look with her sunglasses, charting around in a circle to show it off. How do I look? I asked, tilting my shades down. Very inconspicuous. Vanna clapped her hooves in approval. If you're going to be disguising yourself, you gotta learn how to change your accent. Accent? I have no accent. Yeah, you do. No, I don't. I can hear you right now. You have one of the most heavy Candela accents I ever heard. The second ponies hear you, they'll know who you are. Well, you hardly sound like a Ponyville pony either. You sound more Manhattan, I huffed. And whatever happened to that snooty Camelot accent? I thought they were hereditary. She giggled. You know my folks fake their accent, right? I gasped. No way. Yes way. It'd be a scandal. Shh. She cleared her throat. Say it with me, tomato. Tomato. No, you're saying it all fancy. Tomato. Tomato, I snapped. No, you keep doing that thing. What thing? Vinyl growled. That thing where you, I don't know, make your voice sound all polished. You keep saying it like tomato. She grabbed my cheeks, forcing me to squish the words out of my mouth. Tomato. Tomorrow, I mumbled. She slapped me. Two nights ago, there was an explosion on the top floor of Equestria Daily. Luna declared, trotting around slowly, letting her words sink in for dramatic emphasis. Caused by a gas leak. Some of the members of the inner circle tittered, snickering and snorting. Sometimes that happens when I try to bake muffins. Derpy? Seriously? How the hey do you get in here? Vinyl asked. Through the door, silly. Derpy giggled. Vinyl pointed for her to leave. She crashed through the door. At least she used the door this time. Luna sighed. Of course. You and I both know that this is not the case, of course. Jeez, I knew Vanna had a short fuse. At least the bomb was smaller. Yeah, she didn't level the entire building this time. Is that supposed to be an improvement? Could have been worse. How could it have been worse? It could have been like the last time. Oh yeah, that was pretty bad. Vinyl snapped her jaws, extending her fangs. They fell silent immediately, cowed by her show of dominance. It had probably something to do with the hierarchy. Even vampires had their own food chain. She tilted her purple shades down, winking at me. Indeed. Luna clicked her tongue. Regardless, I am postponing any meeting until further notice. Before any pony could protest, she held her hoof up to silence them. This is not because of Vinyl's recent actions, though it may have permanently compromised this group. While her actions may have been reckless, judging by the pony on the third floor to the window on the left with a pair of binoculars, I am assuming they are not bird watching. Silence. I felt a chill run down my spine. Fleur squeezed Fancy Pants a little tighter. Whenever Pony slowly started to shift to sea, she snapped. Do not turn around. We are being watched. We will conclude this meeting in 10 seconds. You will all shift out of here and be on your way. We all nodded subtly. Least you all forget, it seems that we are at war. Oh, I am sorry. Nonsense, I'm pretty sure the mic is fine. We'll have the text check on it. Please continue. No pony wanted to stick around for obvious reasons. The Lycans darted off into the bushes, about as subtle as Vinyl Scratch. The vampire slunk off into the alleys and shadows. As for said mare, she was on her way to work. It left me all by my lonesome to trot home. Even as I took my irregular path to our apartment, I felt uneasy. I was being watched. Turning around would only reveal empty streets. I could smell some pony. I could hear their hoofsteps. I just couldn't pinpoint where they were. I dashed up the stairs as fast as I could. There was a note on our apartment door with a picture of Vinyl Scratch crossed out with red ink, presumably blood. There was a message scrawled out at the bottom. Miss Silverstreet sends her regards. At my hooves there was a copy of the latest edition of Canterlot Today. There had been a picture of Equestria Daily, after it had been bombed. Oh, fuck me. It seemed tonight Vinyl Scratch was the star of the show, and she was in trouble. Club Canterlot. In my head, my brain was already working out a plan. It was an improvement to having no plan at all. I sneak in quickly and warm Vinyl, and hopefully get as many ponies out as I could. A Pegasus wing extended with lightning speed. Hey, back of the line. I swiped the offending appendage away from my face. I'm a friend of the DJ. I don't see your name on the VIP list. The bouncer drawled. I don't have time for this. I ducked into the crowd, sneaking through, trying to focus on the stage that seemed so far away with the pounding beats. There was no point in screaming Vinyl's name. I doubted she could hear me over the music and crowd. There were several deafening explosions, all in quick succession. Had they already begun setting off bombs? Ponies around me screamed in panic, scrambling towards the exit. I forced my way against them, pushing and shoving, trying to get closer to Vinyl. Almost there. Almost there. Octavia, duck! I hit the ground, moving faster than I thought I could. Several objects whizzed over me, slicing through the air and shattering against the opposite wall with terrifying accuracy and speed. Vinyl was hurling her records with her magic? It seemed that the club was cleared out in less than minutes, leaving only me, Vinyl, and several uninvited guests with silver cloaks. At least no pony got hurt. Good job, Octavia. Always seeing the brighter side of things. Vinyl! Don't worry, they're Sapphire Shores. I was gonna warn you about the armed cult's intent on murdering us all, but alrighty then. I sprinted, ducking as I felt more objects slam into the dance floor beneath my hooves, rolling over the bar and taking cover. A few seconds later, after following some more loud pops, Vinyl slid into cover next to me. You alright? Just fine, I muttered. Vinyl, they've rigged this place to blow. I screamed as a volley of fire slammed into the wall opposite of us, leaving vicious holes. It probably wasn't a good idea being hit by one of those things. Looks like they've got guns, Vinyl hollered. They've got what? I shouted. Griffin arms, Vinyl said. Flintlocks, the kind you have to have claws to use. You point and shoot and they go boom. Tell me again how you know these things. I shouted over the gunfire. She ignored me. Looks like they got a load of the silver bullets. Just great. We can run now, hide in the streets. There has to be an exit. Vinyl's records had kept them at bay for a second or two. And sure enough, just a few seconds into the next song, we had some partners on the dance floor. And they were back, unicorns and pegasi and earth ponies, with their manes and coats dyed silver, armed to the teeth with weighted horseshoes and guns. Ready to die, vampire? The wolf's mine. I'll cut your fucking heads off, all of you! Vinyl screamed. I gawked, absolutely mortified at the words coming out of her mouth. She rolled her eyes. I'm not really gonna cut their heads off, Octavia. We're just gonna make them think we will. Somehow it seemed counterproductive to act like monsters, when the thing we're trying to do is dispel that sort of image. I sighed in relief. Maybe. Vinyl! Relax, will you? Stay here. I'll go take care of them. She paused. Actually, I'm gonna go kill them. Excuse me. No, wait! Don't hurt them! Are you kidding me? And there she goes. From the safety of the bar, I watched her fight, moving faster than ever. She was using her gift of speed, along with strength, to wreak havoc on the Silver Horseshoe's forces. And she was grinning. She loved this. The heat of the battle, the smell of blood. I watched with a mixture of morbid fascination and horror, as Vinyl screamed at the top of her lungs at threats to decapitate their bodies and profane battle cries. As for me, well... Come on, go out there. Are you insane? Let me out. I want to play. I would have been incredibly disturbed by the whiny voice asking me to essentially come out and cause physical harm if it wasn't for the extenuating circumstances. I roared, unleashing my bestial form, lunging and tackling the first pony I saw to the ground. I felt stronger, faster, braver, and a little more stupider, if that was even a word. About time you cut loose. Even when fighting, Vinyl had her own sense of style and flair. She was unpredictable, dancing and scrambling around, losing her balance frequently. She somersaulted through the air and pulled fancy kicks and flips. I, on the other hoof, decided against being flashy, resulting to basically ramming my head against their heads, smashing beer bottles into their heads, or smashing their head into the closest thing I could find, i.e. a table, my face, the ground. We were doing quite a number. They were already making their retreat, helping their comrades to their hooves and dragging them out. For reinforcements to come. Time to go, Vinyl called. I couldn't agree more. Vinyl, what are you doing? I hollered. We've got to grab one of them. This will all be for nothing if we don't get some answers. Vinyl dragged along an unconscious cultist. Here, put him on my back. I shoved myself through the doors, trying to hobble as far as I could. What are you running for? That's not cool. We have to trot away from the explosion. Club Camelot is about to be blown to smithereens, and all you're concerned about is how cool you look? I shrieked, struggling to drag the unconscious stallion along with me, grabbing his mane by my teeth. The explosion ripped through the night, magnificent and flary. Vinyl trotted away slowly, almost in a casual manner, as debris rained down on us. Luna says we can use whatever methods of interrogation on him. Really? No, actually we're not supposed to lay a hoof on him. Vinyl pouted. And she's having some pony come over to arrest him and process him later. But he doesn't know that, I started. Good cop, bad cop? I suggested. First off, that never works. It's gotta be bad cop, bad cop. Instead of cops, we're emotionally unstable, psychotic, lesbian supernatural demons with homicidal tendencies, and a pageant for cold-blooded torture. Vinyl laughed evilly. Vinyl, that sounds absolutely horrendous. I know, this is gonna be so awesome! You scare me. I had no idea how interrogations worked. I figured they were like job interviews, except instead of your manager, you had a pony with no sense of morals or ethics or a conscience. And instead of a nice, air-conditioned office, you were in a dark closet with a single light bulb strapped to a cold chair. Do you have a job, or are you still living in your mother's basement? I had a feeling this pony still did. What's your name? I asked calmly. No answer. Okay, since you're not answering, I dub thee dirtbag. Vinyl snapped. Vinyl, that's not very nice. I'm not nice, and you won't like me when I get angry. You won't like her when she's angry, I added. So maybe you should tell me what you know about Silver Streak. She hissed. And your little club. You should, I added. Vinyl rolled her eyes. You don't scare me. He spat. What will it take for you to tell us where Silver Streak is? For you all to die. Will you answer us if we make out? Wait, what? Vinyl? No. The colt sputtered. Vinyl turned to me. Let's do it. Vinyl, what the hell are you doing? Just roll with it. We kissed, and indeed we both made it very passionate. sloppy, messy affair with plenty of tongue action and saliva. I pulled away, feeling a little violated. Was that completely necessary? Nah, I just wanted to do it. Vinyl was getting fed up. She lunged, starting to choke him. You like air? Me too! And I'm wasting it trying to get answers out of you! She shouted, shaking him around as he turned blue. Vinyl, no! I shoved her off of him. Out! Excuse me, sir. Will you please tell me where your base of operation is? I asked in the sweetest voice. No. Pretty please with the cherry on top? No, I'll never tell. Sprinkles? What do you think the answer is? I slammed the door shut with a huff. How'd it go? He didn't talk. What technique did you try? Asking nicely? You want to stay a cult? Snip, snip. Vinyl, put those hedge trimmers away right now. You said we couldn't kill him, I mean, her, once we're finished with him. Can we use the kitchen scissors? No. What about the new bread knife we just got for our kitchen? I hear serrated edges are really good for cutting. Vinyl said gleefully, putting as much emphasis as she could on the last word. Maybe a paring knife. That's too small. Ooh, what about a butter knife? You can't cut with those. Who says? I think he passed out. Wake him up. I dunked a bucket of ice cold water over his head. Hey, what's soaking wet and clueless? Vinyl snatched the bucket away from me and slammed it over his head with a thunk. Your face! He groaned. You thirsty? No, not really. Good, because I've been dying for a drink. Vinyl hissed. And I see one right here in front of me. She hasn't had a taste of blood in ages, I added. She'd just love to stick her teeth into you. Then you and I could be vampires, together. Vinyl grinned. No, please! Then again, I started. I've been having a craving lately. I haven't eaten anything in a while, and I've been dying to try pony. You wouldn't! I'll drain him of blood first. Vinyl cackled, pausing. Wait, if I bite him and he turns into a vampire, and then you bite him, what will he be? He'll still be a vampire missing a chunk of his leg. I rolled my eyes. No, I think it'd be like a hybrid. Wait, whoa, seriously? That'd be so cool! I gushed. See, you should have turned me into a vampire. So you could be a vampire like him. I don't want to be a freak! He wailed. Oh, Vinyl, dearie, could I see that knife? I touched the edge against my hoof, sighing. He was uncooperative, unwilling to make bargains or compromises. This was going to hurt. I passed the blade into my leg, feeling it cut into my flesh. I gasped in delight, as if I was enjoying it, feeling the blood starting to run. I wanted to get him thinking. If she's gonna do that to herself, what was she doing to me? I dragged my hoof over his head, trying to look soulless as I dripped my blood over his face. He squirmed, screaming. Vinyl's lips quivered at the sight. Mind if I have a drink? Vinyl giggled hysterically. Vinyl leaned in, lapping away and sucking at the cut. You freaks! You all are freaks! He screamed, thrashing in his seat. Tell us what you know! Never! Vinyl began licking my blood off of his face, relishing each and every drop. Ew! Gross! That can't be sanitary. He hyperventilated faster and faster as her fangs neared his throat, whimpering. Vinyl opened her mouth wide with an ah. Okay, he squealed. I'll tell you, don't bite me, please. I don't want to be a lifeless husk. Mommy, help me. Vinyl shut the door behind us. I think he wet himself. I'll get a mop. I need a band-aid, I murmured, sucking at my cut. You still taste delicious. Vinyl purred in my ear. Hello everybody, I am sorry for not posting anything last Friday. I just got insanely busy was all. And I'm still really busy, but I was able to finish this, so hooray! But I am now really sick. I got a mild case of bronchitis, but anyways, I'm gonna be fine, I think. I got 3 more fics I'm planning on reading over the weekend. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. But, oh man, in between editing my stuff, other people's stuff, and, oh crap. I just don't have enough time in the day. But anyways, enough complaining about myself. As always, if you guys want me to try to improve, just never be afraid to tell me what I can improve upon. Give me constructive criticism, just don't say I suck. Tell me where I suck and I'll see if I can try to fix it or if it's just something with my voice. So, yeah. I'll be seeing y'all some other time. Bye.